Hi, everyone. We're back here with Joe Gillette, our fundraising extraordinaire. We just actually got done talking about this is National Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month, and our message there was if you're over 45 and you haven't been screened, please do that. So appreciate Joe giving that message. But I also wanted to catch up with you on what's happening from fundraising, or what else are you up to today?
Well, you know what? New year, new ideas, new passion. Again, as I always try to preach, I keep it different, so it really keeps me, up and ready to go. And I'm working on some really fun stuff that I'm seeing results on already. And as has been my MO lately, I'm really tying or really trying to tie my fundraising specifically to mission things. And for me, I'm getting that response, and it's going to be a great 2020. I'm working very closely with my Hope Lodge here in New York City. Each month we're doing an event where we turn the Hope Lodge into the Hope Lounge, sort of like an alter ego,
That's
and
awesome.
we bring in volunteer entertainers from our community to entertain the patients. But we're also utilizing it as an opportunity to bring in sponsors, to bring in young professional groups and other groups within uh, sort of the sphere of ACS influence to come and experience Hope Lodge.
Wow.
So we're really, instead of being out on the street talking about it all the time, we're bringing the community into Hope Lodge to see really what it's all about.
That's awesome.
And we're doing a little fundraising off of it, which is always great, trying to sponsor the rooms. But really, the great upkick I'm seeing in this is that my local staff is really starting to utilize my volunteer event, really to kind of for the same purpose,
Great.
as they try to kind of bring people into the circle. It's really kind of an easy, social experience, and just a great opportunity to bring whoever their targets are to
Right.
Hope Lodge. Because again, what greater tangible asset is it than Hope Lodge?
Right. We've
That's
been
what we're doing.
Yeah, we've been talking a lot, I know, in our region about stewardship and, not even for prospective donors, but for those current donors, just to show them kind of stuff we're doing and make them feel good about helping to support our organization. So that's awesome.
Yeah, and the thing I'd like to say is, again, not all regions have a Hope Lodge. There we go, little sound effects. Not all regions have a Hope Lodge, but this idea of the Hope Lounge and using entertainment and a social setting to kind of drive home the purpose of it and the experience of it can be done anywhere.
Right.
So if you don't have a Hope Lodge in your area, you know what? If you can't set up this sort of Hope Lounge type of idea and then just bring the messaging to wherever you want to do it, whether it's in a club or a restaurant or something like that.
Yeah.
So again, I urge everyone to give it a shot.
Right. And especially because we're always talking about survivor engagement events and thinking about it all year round. So what a perfect way to raise a little bit of money, give our survivors some love, and have fun.
Yeah, and it's a real story, and on that same level, as we continue to make ACS continues to focus on the need for transportation for people to get to treatment. I'm working on a Road to Recovery program. Last year, I had a very successful Road to Recovery program at the newly renovated TWA terminal here at JFK, and we did an event, a retro event, 1962. Talking about that was a big step forward, in transportation back in the 60s, and how we were making this continued effort here in 2019 and now 2020 to focus on transportation. And again, the MO is sort of the same, sort of a social event, but really highlighted by people who not only give rides, but people who have received rides on
Right.
the road to recovery, and what a tremendous difference it made in their lives. And I can tell you from people that I had at the event and from my sponsors, to hear that firsthand
Right.
relay of the message, they were blown away. I was surprised, how much they were blown away, because I'm always talking about it. But again, there's a big difference from talking about it and being an advocate for it, and then really putting it in front of their faces and letting them see, that first person story about what a difference these programs make, in their lives. So again, not only talking about it, but really making it real. I'm seeing a difference in the response I get from my supporters.
That's fantastic. So thank you for sharing that with us. And as always, everything that you do, greatly appreciate it and making an impact. You are proof of how one person can make a tremendous impact. So,
Well, thank you. And again, it's a new year. We're springing forward today. We're doing this on, daylight savings day, whatever you want to call it. So I'm ready to spring into another great year. Always looking to collaborate with everyone. So let's get it done, folks. So let's continue the fight. We're doing a great job, but there's always a little bit more we can do. So let's have a great year. Thanks,
that's
Glenn.
awesome. I didn't even think of that. So yeah. So the message is, um, you know, lives are literally at stake, and so now is the time to spring into action. So
Absolutely.
awesome. So thank you, Joe, and wish you well, and look forward to talking to you sometime soon.
All right, Glenn. Thanks.